Yep. It says right there. You're alive.
I feel one today. Yo.
Hey, it's your man, X-Man. We here in the building. We live and alive again. Trying to fix my mic real quick.
Go ahead, fix it.
Hey, I'm here with my co-host. I call him Duce. Y'all know him as Tyrone. Go ahead and say what's up to the people, bro.
You already know I'm blessed, black, and highly favored. How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. I like this energy so far. And we got my man D Gibb. His mama call him Derek. He's here with his baby girl. Go and say what's up to the people.
How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing?
How you doing today, you guys? How's everybody doing?
Hey, I can't complain, man. Just came back from a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Pismo, California.
You went to Pismo?
Went to Pismo.
Okay.
A lot of people say Pismo overrated, but it's just nice to get to the coast. Mm-hmm. Weather wasn't great, but you know that ocean air, it was cold. It was a little bit colder, like high 60s. The sun was out a few days. Okay. They had like 2 days of sunshine, but just
sounds about right, beach weather.
But it was a little windy some days. It didn't rain or anything, but it just wasn't very hot. But you know, the clear air here in the ocean, you know, even the little saltiness that you smell in the air to get away from this valley heat and dust. It was nice.
Did you go to what's the place for the clam chowder?
Splash.
Yeah, Splash.
You know I went to Splash, baby.
Okay.
Actually, speaking of Splash, because I eat clam chowder, so it's not like I'm afraid of clams. Today, there's a restaurant named Brad's right across the street from Splash.
Okay.
Restaurant. My girlfriend's mom was telling me about. They got these barbecue oysters.
I was gonna say, isn't that the barbecue place?
Yeah, they do. Moe's is the barbecue place.
Okay, gotcha.
But they do barbecue there as well. They got these barbecue oysters I ain't never had. I don't eat oysters like in the shell. And she was like, "Oh, you got to try them. They're these buffalo barbecue oysters."
I don't do oysters either.
No, see, but they topped them like with a pico de gallo, and then there was a buffalo sauce that you put on top of them, and they were barbecued. Oh, Gib, I'm not even playing. I don't even really like oysters. I'm not really adventurous like that, and I enjoyed them.
Did you?
Tried oysters like out the shell for the first time. I eat clam chowder. That's as far as it went, but I said oysters, clams out the shell.
Question: the clam chowder. Do you get the bowl? Do you get the bread bowl, or do you?
Sometimes I get the bread bowl, but this weekend we did cups with the loaf on the side.
Okay.
So you get the loaf on the side, and the reason my girlfriend really likes the loaf on the side is because they slice each piece and they butter each piece of bread. And I know you're a bread dude, so it's a game changer.
That's what I was asking you.
Instead of just that middle part being toasted, each piece is toasted.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten it that way. I always get the bowl. I'm telling you,
it's nice because then you could just, if you get the loaf, well, you're probably a dude that needs the whole loaf. So if you got the bread bowl, you get the whole bread bowl, and you could just
ask for extra. You got some extra bread on the side.
Oh my god, and it's fire. And then that way, you got the crackers and everything. You can eat it how you want.
You making me hungry right now, man. It's too late to eat.
It's fire.
It's too late to eat.
Man, how about you, man? How was your weekend?
How was my weekend? What did I do? I worked Saturday. After work on Saturday, I kind of just kicked it. I've been watching a lot of Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got the DVDs. I got them last year on my birthday, so I've been trying to get to it. I'm on season 4. I'm on season 4, so I'm halfway through.
West Hollywood, born and raised. Hold on,
on the playground where I spend most of my day.
We hear something outside.
I know, right? Hey, is there somebody right there? No, it's open because it was a little hot in here earlier.
If we hear somebody, let us know so we can let people know. Let me get this last quick share in.
Are they looking for you?
I don't think so.
But so I went. I mainly just kicked back on Saturday. Sunday, I had my 2 nephews come over. He wanted to make a little money, so he helped me out with my apartment. I was already cleaning, so I just had him come over, help me out. And then my youngest nephew, it's weird. Usually when the kids come over, you don't want them bothering you.
Right.
Well, when my nephew came over, my nephew is 5 years old. He's playing Minecraft. I wanted to bother him. Because you ever seen that video where Chris Rock is talking to Kobe and on the bench, and he's like saying jokes.
Oh, yeah.
That's how my nephew was in his game. Like he's playing Minecraft, and I'm over here cleaning, so I'm going in and out of the room. Every time I go in the room, I'll go walk by, like give him like fist bump, just to like mess up his distraction, give him a high five. I'm playing music out loud, so I'm over here like rapping the music and stuff like that. And he's not paying me no mind.
Hey, in the zone.
Yes, he was definitely in the zone.
Remember as a kid? Well, shoot, I remember sometimes as a kid, literally looking at the screen and being able to zone out everything else that was going around me. I mean, like anything going around me. Brothers and sisters can be running around, and I'm focused on the game.
That's exactly how he was.
It was on.
And like if I stood in front of him, he doesn't say "excuse me, move." He'll do this. He'll just try to look around me. I'm like, Gus, just say excuse me.
Man,
like,
crazy.
Crazy. But other than that, I filed my taxes yesterday because I don't know if you guys knew today's the last day.
I filed mine earlier.
Oh, so you're already.
But the year before, I didn't. When the COVID year, I'm not gonna lie, I missed them, and I kind of used that as an excuse. But I did them this year, and I found out if you get a return that you can double, like you can do up to 3 years or something like that. Don't quote me because I'm not a tax expert, but I'm pretty sure you can do multiple years.
Oh, really?
And luckily, the year before, I had a $9 return, so I was able to combine them. Because if you owe money, you can't, but if you get a return, you can.
Okay, I didn't know that. Know that.
I'm pretty sure you talk to a tax expert. Don't hold me to that, y'all. Don't hold me to that. You know what I mean? I'm out here learning with y'all. We out here learning life together. You part of the All and Everything community. A lot of this stuff that we talk about, whether it's relationships, anything like that, we're learning together. Only thing that I do know, I know a little bit about sports. That's all I do know.
Hey, well, we're gonna get into that a little later. Okay. But today's the last day to file your taxes. So if you haven't already,
Don't be a Wesley.
You got about 2 hours unless they're going off Eastern time.
Actually, what I do know is you can always file for an extension. You file for an extension so that way you don't face any penalties. So if you haven't done so, file for an extension.
If you haven't filed,
yep.
If you haven't. Okay. Well, also too, this past weekend, Friday, there's a lot of music that dropped, man. There's a lot of music.
There is. So let's go. I don't want to wait. I'm one of those that like. Well, let's get to the best part first.
The best part, and for you, I know the best part had to be Jermaine Cole. Oh, you already know.
Also known as J. Cole. If you can see the whole room behind X, there's a poster of J. Cole. Mm-hmm. So if you could, he's in the room.
J. Cole right there. There's the picture of J. Cole right there.
If you don't know, because I'm not going to assume that anybody
over there.
Yeah, he got him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to assume anything, but J. Cole is. If you're new here, I'm not going to assume anything. J. Cole is one of X's favorite artists
by far.
Okay, so he is. I'm sorry, he is X's favorite artist.
There you go.
He's at the top of the list.
Go.
If there was a list to be made,
I don't want to have to come at you, but you
okay. So
he corrected himself.
Jermaine Cole, we talked about it already. Dropped the off season.
Call him J. Cole. You don't know him like that.
J. Cole. We'll talk about how much I do know J. Cole in a second.
Okay.
But J. Cole dropped an album.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about it? How did you feel about it?
I'll say this. As far as the album went, I liked it. I don't think it's his best album he put out, but I did like it though. I think there's about 2-3 songs like in the middle of the album that I wasn't too big of a fan of, but I like how he started the album. My favorite song is the last song on the album. So I actually liked it. I know when it dropped that night was crazy. When it dropped that night, Friday night. Matter of fact, I was on the Xbox with you, and I told you I wasn't listening to it. Because
and then we text, and I texted and said something about it, and you said I'm going to bed. I'm gonna listen to it in the morning when I go to the gym. And I said, wow, like
why? Because I'm a J. Cole fan. I understand.
Well, you know me, I'm the type of person like I know like when Drake drops his, I'm gonna be listening to it that night.
Well, see,
wherever I'm at.
If I listened to it, I was just gonna listen to it. I wasn't gonna actually like enjoy it.
Right.
Like me, I'm a mailman, so I have a lot of downtime.
I like how you explain that right there.
Yeah. So when I'm on my route and everything, like I can actually listen to the whole album and actually be able to enjoy it. If I listen to it that night, I feel like a lot of people hyped it up because they're the first ones to listen to. Right. We all want to be the first one to break news on a lot of things.
Well, not even. Yeah, that's the era we live in. It's not even about being right. It's about being first.
Exactly. So I felt a lot of people wanted to listen to it just to go ahead and post it. So and I do think a lot of people overhyped it mainly because I don't think a lot of people listen to J. Cole as much as they think they do. because there's a lot of, even before his Forest Hills Drive, Sideline Story, The Born Sinner, and he has my favorite. I mentioned it a lot. There's a couple mixtapes that he's came out with. Friday Night Lights. There's a lot of work that he's done before this. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like J. Cole, he's done enough to where it's just like when he comes out with a song now, I'm just like, it's like, okay, cool. He drops some music. Like it's like Drake, Kendrick for me. Like they're the same way.
Okay.
Like, whenever they drop music, it's just like, okay, cool. Like my boy drops some music, I'm gonna tune into it. Like I'm gonna listen to it.
Respectable.
So I would say overall, I like this album. It's not his best work, but I like the album though. I feel like he was talking that talk. That's what I really like. I like when the artists are talking that talk, and it's the bars.
If you had to give it a scale, though, this is what I want to know.
Okay.
If you had to rank it, we're gonna do our best. We're gonna keep track of these rankings so we can see where albums rank. Since we'll be doing this, so I just thought of the idea of right now on the spot. So we'll remember this. We'll write it. We know you. You'll write it down, and we'll be able to see where this ranks. Scale of 1 to 10. You can use decimals.
Okay.
Where do you rank this, or rank this album, 0 to 10? You don't have. You can do it. You could be comparing to other albums, however you want. But what rating would you give this album right now today?
I would give it this album today. I would give it a 7.
7 even.
7 even.
Okay.
7 even. Only because I'm a tough critic. Like you said, comparing other albums, like first thing I'm thinking is Forest Hills Drive, the mixtape I told you about, the KOD album, that one as well. So it's kind of like when I think about those ones and I think about this one, I'll give it a 7.5. 7.5.
Okay.
I really like the bars that he was dropping in this album for sure.
Okay.
Yes, I'll say 7.5 though. I'm a tough critic too.
Okay.
Like I told people, I'm a tough critic. Like I said, it's not his best work, but it wasn't bad though.
Right.
I liked it. It wasn't too long, wasn't too short. 40 minutes to me, that's solid. It was about 12 songs. Like I like that. That's the perfect album to me. I don't want to. Like I said, I was able to listen to it in the morning, getting ready for work. Like I said, 40 minutes to get ready. Oh, I can listen to the whole J. Cole album.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta worry about it.
Okay.
So I'll say that. What about you? How'd you?
Okay. You see how I was looking at you? You see how I was waiting for you to ask me.
Yeah, y'all was telling me in the group chat. You ain't got to tell us.
Listen. We already because know. Before I even give any ratings or anything like that, man, I like J. Cole. I really do. I'm a J. Cole fan.
Wait, like is he your number one?
He's not my number one.
Oh, okay.
He's not my number one. He's up there though. He's there.
What's up there?
Look, man. We're not going to discuss that at this moment right now.
Okay,
we'll get to that in a second.
All right.
Because I think we also talked about we're gonna get into like a top 5 right now.
All right. So we just keeping it on his album.
Yeah. Okay, on his album, I like J. Cole. I've been to a J. Cole concert. You know what I mean?
Dude, no way.
I see. That's why when I knew you was coming at me like, oh, you don't know him like that, I was gonna ask you, have you been to a concert? So I got lucky enough to where I went to a J. Cole concert. He was the headliner, and he actually had Wale opening for him.
I like Wale too.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Because they're kind of in that same.
Where was this at? Where'd you get?
L.A.
Oh,
at the.
I'm big time hating on you right now.
Oh yeah, it was
bro.
right. It was I can't remember where it was. Right next to Staples, like they have like a little arena right there. Can't remember what it was called, but this was years ago. This is a long time ago.
Still,
this is and this is when.
Which album was it? Sideline Story.
This might have been like right after Born Sinner.
Oh man, okay.
Or right before, somewhere around there. This was early on.
That's dope.
This was really early on. Tickets were like, I'm sure now like they'll probably be way more, but the tickets were super cheap. So I'm a J. Cole fan. Okay. I like it. I listened to the album. I heard the whole album. I didn't really listen to the whole album is what I should say.
Okay.
I listened to probably about 8 songs. I really got to like listen. And when I was listening with the intent knowing I'm about to basically talk about this today on the podcast.
Right.
I feel the same way you felt. He was talking that talk. Ooh, had to burp. He was talking that talk. He came. I feel like the delivery on some of his songs were great. I like even the substance. He talked about him having the bar when he talked about him having anxiety from when somebody pulled a gun on him. I don't know if people caught that bar. Then the other, like he was dropping bars. He was dropping bars throughout the whole album. I think if you really listen,
one of my favorite ones that I feel goes to like a lot of people on social media was when he says, "If you're joking about a millionaire, the joke's on you."
Yeah. And so those same people would sell their soul to get to that point.
That one,
he was, but he always has that more. Yeah, he always has that level of having more substance. The thing is where I feel like people were hating on the album is people are always expecting somebody to be able to top their best work.
That's
so.
Go ahead.
It definitely, like you said, it definitely wasn't his best work, but it was for sure a very solid project that he put out.
It was J. Cole.
It was J. Cole. But also at the same time, sometimes these things have. I'm a firm believer. Sometimes they grow on you. So I feel like when I give this album another listen, it'll probably get better to me. It was not bad at all when I heard it. I haven't even given my rating yet. It'll get better to me because I know there's things in the album I didn't hear when I first heard it. And then you even in the album you hear him. He has the ad libs or the voiceover or somebody telling him you got to talk that shit, or you also got to let them people know that you really do what you do and you do what you do in that way. Like people forget who you are. And when he was saying that, I was like, yeah, they really do. Like, and should we really even disrespect that man like that? Because like lyrically, if we're giving it to anybody right now, I honestly feel like if you're gonna put him, he's top 3 in the game right now lyrically. Hands down.
And see, okay.
So people are gonna put Kendrick,
Drake,
and people. Some people, right?
Those would definitely be my.
Some people would put, but like some people are gonna say Drake doesn't write his own raps or whatever. Okay, so then if you put Cole up there too, he's in that top 3 realm though, because there's other people. People are gonna always try to put older rappers. Some people will just not even who they don't even listen to. People will just ignorantly say people like Nas and stuff like that, even though they don't listen to them. I would give the album right now a 6.9. 6.9. And like I said, I haven't listened to the whole thing as well. So once I do that, I'll probably be able to give it a more accurate rating. And that's also because I'm thinking like, okay, it wasn't his best work. It wasn't his worst. It was somewhere kind of middle ground. I'm afraid of the 7 range because that's kind of like an easy route, an easy way out. But also at the same time, I feel like once you get into like the 7, 8 range, 8, 9 definitely needs to be like classic. Classic. Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I mean?
That's how I for the 8, 9s. I feel like those are like, yeah, like it was good. Okay. You can't tell me it wasn't. Like it was really good.
Undoubtedly, he had bars on there. He definitely has songs on there that were like, okay, this is gonna be a hit. This is gonna be an 8. This is gonna be an 8. People gonna be playing this for a while. People gonna be playing this for a while.
I would say I did the same thing with J. Cole when his album came. I've listened to it quite a few times, but I'm not trying to tire myself out from it. That's why like when a lot of new music comes out, a lot of times either I'll listen to it just one time, maybe 2 times, and then I'll leave it alone for a little bit because I don't want to get over. I know it's gonna be playing on the radio. Everybody's gonna be playing everywhere I go, stuff like that. So when it comes to the J. Cole album, it's just like you said. Later on when I listen to it, because sometimes when I listen to songs, I might just only listen to the beat. The lyrics I couldn't even pay attention to because the beat was so good. Like I'm still like just rocking to the beat, and the lyrics will come later on. And what's weird about J. Cole, that's what happened, and even with like other artists as well. That's what happens with me with a lot of music. When I go back and I'll listen to it, I'll probably randomly walk in and be like, yo, Drake in that song he was talking about, he messed with his babysitter a couple years later. Like I'll barely have caught that. So
well, that's another thing too. People who certain realms of music, you got to have the ear for it. You got to be able to catch the mannerisms. Like for me personally, a lot of country music doesn't stick because like some of the mannerisms and things they're talking about aren't relatable to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's also part of what it is. So if it's not for you, you know what I mean? You might not catch it that same way. You know what I mean?
And you speaking about people like wanting to like talk bad on his name, or
yeah, just like who know it. You know that who don't know.
What's weird is
I seen you on Facebook getting into a few people about the album because I know you coming to bat for your boy.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so speaking of my boy, this week, like how many people do you know promote their albums the way he did though?
No,
like the whole build up to the album. Like the reason why we were all hyped because he made the announcement. He's over here doing. Did you hear the freestyle?
The freestyle was hard.
Leaker. Oh my gosh, he had the freestyle. And then they said this is one of 3 albums coming out.
So that's what I'm saying. He got more work.
So this is like a trilogy.
Don't.
And one thing I won't do later, he goes and drops 3 points.
In Africa, my boy was out there in the Africa Basketball League.
17 minutes.
17 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
Wait, no, 3 rebounds.
3 rebounds, 2 assists.
Yeah, there you go.
He had like a 2-3-2 game. That boy was out there hooping.
Like he has the number one album. I put up a post too. Number one, I shared a post. Number one album, and then 2 days later, he's living out his childhood dream to play ball, organized basketball.
So
Like,
speaking of artists, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Speaking of artists, man.
Mhm.
So we also had a fan question online. You
before we do that, let me tell everybody else the other albums that had came
okay.
out that
What else you yeah, go ahead.
21 Savage had an MP come out.
21.
I haven't listened to it. I will say 21 on Cole's album, I wasn't really feeling.
Ooh, see, I kind of like this verse.
Really?
I liked it.
Maybe I gotta listen to it again. I'll give it another listen, but I think
I just like this change up that it brought.
I'm not a fan of him though, because I'm tired of hearing 21.
See, 21. I feel like I don't hear a lot of 21.
I feel like I hear it enough.
Okay.
Migos dropped the single. The single was pretty good.
Migo!
Yeah, the single was pretty good. I don't know if you know an artist named Georgia Smith.
No. Jordan?
Georgia.
No.
Georgia Smith. Check her out. Georgia Smith. She came out with an album, Be Right Back. It's really good. It's really good. She has a beautiful voice.
I'll be right back.
So, well, obviously she's a girl, but yeah, she has a very beautiful voice.
Okay.
I've been trying to get into girls more because that voice, like that soft voice in the ear and everything, especially for us men, you know, we like that.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj came out with an album, Beam Me Up, Scotty.
Okay.
She has a song on there with Lil Wayne and Drake, Seeing Green. Listen to it.
Okay, I'm sure they always make hits.
And they did a remix to
Truffle Butter?
No, it's a song from Drake's album, Best I Ever Had.
Mm-hmm.
They did a remix to it.
Okay.
Nicki and Drake, they did a remix.
Okay,
to it.
tapping in for sure.
Yes, check it out. Most definitely check it out. And then last thing, Drake's getting the Billboard Award for Artist of the Decade.
Who else did we expect?
Right?
Who else did we expect when it comes to my boy Drizzy, Aubrey Graham, Drake? Nobody. The best to do it, the best to ever do it, the artist of the decade. He might even be the artist of a lifetime, for anybody's lifetime. I'm putting him up there. Yeah, you're bringing up Mike, better. Come on now. And I'm ready. We'll have an episode about it, but I'm ready to go toe-to-toe with anybody when it comes to that man right there, Drizzy, Drake.
I'll be right there batting with you. I'll be in the dugout. Or no, I'll be in the what is it? What's
the coach's box?
No, the next batter up.
Yeah, the batter's box.
Okay, yeah, I'll be in the batter's box.
Ready to go to bat next, huh?
Right after you. Because what's it called? You know, he's to me personally, I feel he's our Jay-Z.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Because I'm not gonna say Jay-Z is the best of my time, because I didn't really listen to Jay-Z growing up like that. And then on top of that too, I'm not a fan of him because he's with Beyonce. Because that's
so you don't like Hov because he's with Beyonce.
I respect Hov, but I don't like him.
Okay,
you know that's my woman crush, man.
I feel it. I feel it.
So, but I feel like he's the Jay-Z of our time. Most definitely, Drake is by far. But moving on. Oh, so go ahead.
So we had a fan question. Mm-hmm. We had a fan question on the Instagram. Mm-hmm. I let you run it on the Instagram. And we were asking people what was their favorite J. Cole song.
Right.
And people were coming back with the answers of the different J. Cole songs. I actually have them on my phone.
Mm-hmm. There was I took
them on my phone, and I know I'm trying to stay off my phone, especially when we're doing this. But this was one of those things like, oh man, I was like, because I need to keep it. I should have just screenshotted and sent it so we could have brought it up on the screen. Let me get to it real quick.
A lot of people liked songs from Sideline Story. That I did realize. Lost Ones, Nobody's Perfect with Missy Elliott. I saw a few people voting on that. A lot of people liked the 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
So we have Middle Child. You said I dig it. Check out his Truly Yours mixtape. Wet Dreams or Under the Sun. Okay. I know. I like how detailed he was on Wet Dreams. More like a story. Mm-hmm. Listen to Stay and Three Wishes.
Yeah,
that's what you were telling people.
Yeah, the walkthrough.
Window Pane. Nice, off his latest album. Mm-hmm. And then you also said Two-Face, Friday Night Lights mixtape. You said not a lot of people know about that mixtape. Best project he's done. Tears of ODB, that whole mixtape, Truly Yours, is fire, is what you said.
Yes.
And
that was probably my favorite answer out of all of them. Because that's J. Cole. Like I said, not a lot of people know about J. Cole's work back then. Mm-hmm. And like I said, if you know the Truly Yours mixtapes, that means you know. Yeah, you know.
But so we were running the Instagram. Mm-hmm. We both got it on our phones.
Right.
And I look on the Instagram, and my boy Xavier
What I do
is DMing the people back the answers and his responses. And I see it and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, don't DM them. Like, if you want to DM them, that's fine, but repost their answers and repost what you're going to say on the story so people can see what the answers were. And he's like, oh, my bad. And I say that to say,
first time doing this.
I say that to say, if you've known, there's been one recurring theme on this show, and that's my boy X versus technology. Anything with technology, it's like he pushes so far to go back.
Yeah.
Even today, I'm setting up the webcam, and he's like, hey, how did you get that on there? I was like, there's a screw. And he's like, X versus technology, man. I'm telling you. If you know, man, my boy literally has a, if you ask Xavier to do something, he literally has a planner, a physical planner that he'll get and flip through the pages before he could tell you, oh yeah, I'm clear on that date. Like old school. He gotta have it written down. He don't get direct deposit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure don't.
My man is old school to the bone.
Wait, how'd you know I don't get direct deposit?
Conversations that we've just had, man.
Okay.
Conversations we've just had. There's other reasons I know too, but I'm not gonna disclose those on air. You know what I'm saying? But my man X is, so every time I catch Xavier fighting against technology, I'm gonna bring it up on the show.
So what was today's?
Today, the last one was him not answering the question so other people would know how to do it. He just was DMing him back because that was the easiest way for him.
Having those individual conversations
back and forth, which, you know what, it was fine, but like, I'm like, bro, we gotta let the other people know. Otherwise, all we got is a question up there with no answers.
People gonna think that
nobody answered it. You know, I didn't answer none of the question. I had people ask a question today. I had a couple people come in with a fan question. We'll answer those later.
Okay.
But yeah, man, my boy is crazy, man. He just don't want to.
I'm working
fighting technology. I kid you not, every day.
It's hard to get along with because if the internet crashes, you know, we're gonna be so lost. We're not gonna know what to do. I tell a lot of people when I'm on my phone, hey, nice for you to join us. when I'm on my phone, when I'm looking at it, if you think I'm on my phone a lot, more than likely I'm looking at a loading screen. I swear to you, I'm looking at
you got an iPhone 4?
No, man, I got the newest one. What is this, like the 12? Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's why I'm like, I'm over just staring at it like this, and it just has a little circle. I was like, that's why I'm always on my phone. I can't stand technology because I can't, if it's not working, I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, you call your internet or your internet company, you tell them like, oh, the internet's not really working. Oh, we're gonna run some test runs. Oh, everything looks fine. It should be working now. Same problem. It's just like, so what are we supposed to do? There's nothing to do.
I feel you on that. It's just like
I'm not a tech. You saw how long it took for us to set up our own like little YouTube.
Yep.
Like that was hard. We had to YouTube that.
We YouTube everything around here.
Man.
Shout out to YouTube.
So yeah, I'm most
like and subscribe.
I'm most definitely fighting with technology for sure. That is for sure.
Oh man,
that's funny. But yeah, you said you earlier, just a minute ago, you're mentioning something about their favorite artists, top artists,
top five.
So okay,
so this isn't a list. This isn't a list of like who's the best.
Just my favorite.
Who's your favorite?
It's my favorite.
Who's your favorite?
Okay. I'll tell you my favorite, and I'll tell you who I've been listening to.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So you said top five?
Top five.
Oh, that's really easy. I got Cole. I'll give you in an order too. Cole.
Yep. Give us an order.
Drake.
Okay.
Kendrick. Chance. Wale.
Ooh,
those are my guys.
Okay. Who you been listening to?
Lately I've been listening to Giveon.
Okay.
Yeah, his album is real solid. Like it's that vibe that it just.
See, people been talking about Giveon. I'm not even gonna lie. I had to tap in.
Duce, what?
And it's crazy because you were bringing them up, and I wanted to get your reaction, right? Like to see, like.
I've been talking to him. I was talking to him way back when. I know this is like my second time.
I know I probably listened to a song or two, but I haven't like listened.
I'm so
to
into you when he hits that little high note.
Okay.
I'm so into you. You ain't heard that?
I'm gonna have to tap in.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to tap in.
Yes, Giveon, Brett Fires. Who's another good one I can give you? I've been listening to right now. Oh, D Smoke. D Smoke is super. Nobody. I don't even think a lot of people have heard about him. They had a show on Netflix called. It's the show that
Was it Rhythm and Flow?
Rhythm and Flow. Chance the Rapper, Carly B,
Mhm.
and Ti. I guess I was already about to give it away, but it was been out. He's the winner of that show.
Okay.
Yeah, tap into him.
Okay.
He sounds like Kendrick Lamar,
All right.
and he knows a little bit of Spanish, and he be getting all a little bilingual on you on the album. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. What about you, my man?
My top 5 artists for me would have to be, and I'm gonna do this in order as well.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man, it was tough for me to get to this too because I thought about it for a while. I got Drake, 1.
Okay.
Drake 1, Kendrick 2,
Ooh.
3.
Don't do it.
It's gonna go differently than how you're thinking.
No.
Yes, it's not gonna be J. Cole.
Oh,
2 Chainz.
What?
2 Chainz. This isn't
Okay,
the best.
this
This is my favorite. 2 Chainz.
Right.
2 Chainz. I would have to go before 2 Chainz. Dom Kennedy.
Okay, I like Dom.
I like Dom.
You hear him on the Game's new album?
Yes.
Oh,
I just listened to that.
That Game album.
That
whole
is
album.
cool. The whole album. I didn't listen to the whole album. That's what's really
the whole
crazy.
album, bro. And I'm not even an album person like that, but that whole album, listening to it all the way through, Hug the Block, everything like that, is dope.
Then I went. If this was rappers, this is rappers. If we were going artists,
It's artists, period.
oh, then he's not on the 5. I'm gonna have to put Ty Dolla $ign in there. I fuck with Ty Dolla $ign. If you're gonna go artist, I would have to put him
My
in
man
there.
Cole didn't make you. You ain't no Cole, man. I do need to tell you about Cole.
I know
man.
Cole's my boy.
No, he ain't.
Well,
Not if he ain't in your top 5.
Well, if we're going artists, yeah, that's just the way it goes.
Oh man.
And then after that, shoot, honestly,
so you been listening to then?
Honestly, today I've been listening to that Moneybagg Yo that you told me about.
Hey,
I like that Moneybagg Yo.
That song with Pharrell.
Yeah,
I've been locked in with Pharrell.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, bump
Uh,
that you over here. That's that song I told you, my friend, when we went to LA. When
he said, "Oh, put that other song back on." Had you feeling good?
it
Yeah,
always feels good when
sir.
people want to listen to it.
Yes, sir.
I've been spreading music. Like I've been trying to spread like good music to everybody. At work, I got some dude. He's listening to the song by Skip Marley, "Slow Down" with Wale and her.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
No.
I think I played it in the car.
Oh yeah.
That one. He came over to me, and I be bumping it when we're loading up our truck because we're outside. So I be bumping it out loud. He walked over to me.
Oh my God.
He's like, "Hey, what's that song you're listening to?" And sure enough, I had told him. So there was that, and then who else was there? There was I was bumping with Pharrell. Oh, and then I showed him that song "Come Through and Chill" with J. Cole. So I like those ones. That one and Miguel.
Okay.
Miguel. Oh, shoot, my brother. Hey, bro, we're shooting our podcast right
Oh,
now.
we live on the air with the phone on. We're gonna tap in with you though,
Yeah, let me holler back at you.
man.
All right. Shout out to my brother JB, man. He out in LA. So yeah, I've been trying to spread a lot of music around to everybody like that. Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy you over listening to
I
this.
did. I even listened. I was listening to Moneybagg Yo on the way here because I liked it.
Okay,
I liked it.
okay.
I'm
What
not
else?
even
What
gonna
else you been checking out?
still been on. I'm one of those like once if I like it, I'm still rocking with it. Rod Wave still in rotation.
Okay. Hey,
Over
I
there
did
for
check
me.
that out. I did tell you. I checked it out.
It's the vibe.
I gotta listen. I'm gonna listen to it again tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow. So I'm gonna play him in the morning as my. It's kind of like when I do my morning routine. Let him kind of be the song,
who else?
tone setter for me.
Him. And then I'll still be on some old music. I've been on like this weekend. We be rotating on the old music,
Okay.
on old school, little new school here and there. But yeah, man, I've been getting into that
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
Moneybagg Yo is what I could say what's in rotation, what's new.
I'm happy I was able to recommend it to you.
All those top artists are always in rotation though. That's why they're my top artists. So.
Oh, I took leading up to J. Cole's album. I bumped all his albums, all his mixtapes, all his singles, and all his features as well.
Until it gets there.
I bumped it all the way up until that day.
Okay.
But okay, hey, that was a nice little segment on some music.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to dip in. I didn't agree with your top 5, but hey, we'll discuss that another day. We'll discuss
Man,
that
you
another
just
day.
rip me all day, huh?
Moving on though. So also this weekend we had some sports going on. We had the NFL release their schedule. Did you
Yep.
see it at all?
I did see it.
Yeah. There's a couple of revenge games.
Yes.
I was real excited. I know Brady faces hosted the Patriots. Or no, he's going back. Brady's going to New England. I think that's the main thing that
That's the highest. That's the highest, like
Sell?
average ticket sales for that game are like $1,300.
That's insane.
The next 4 are Raider games because of that stadium, dog. I know they're taxing out there for Vegas tickets.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. The next 4 games are Raider games.
You got a game that you're excited for?
Well, me and my girlfriend's brother, we had a bet we were going to go to a Chargers Raiders game every year, depending on who wins. Like whoever team has a better record between the two, because we're in the same division. Mm-hmm. And we played, and if there's ever a tie, we play twice. So whoever wins both, like if we end with the same record, whoever won more games, unless they split, has to pay for the tickets before we go. So he was supposed to buy my ticket, Raiders Chargers in Vegas, but the tickets are so high, we probably end up going to just go to a game in LA when they play each other.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that if we go.
You get the best of both worlds.
I'm definitely excited about
LA
the
or Vegas.
Raiders Cowboys because all the Cowboy fans I know, so we could disrespect you guys. Anybody that's a Cowboys fan, you already know I'm coming for your neck. Oh, weak old Star Boys over there, them cowgirls.
Save that energy, man. We
got
my fault.
2 more
months. I don't want you to use it all right
I'm excited. I was also excited to see didn't they have some other matchups like from games last year?
Chiefs play the Browns week 1,
mm-hmm.
season opener. That's a rematch.
Chiefs Ravens, those are always good games too.
That's a good one.
So yeah, man, I'm excited. Football is always just an exciting time. So in general, I'm just excited because even then, you don't know which games are going to be good.
D Hop plays Texans.
Yep,
him and JJ.
I feel like him versus the Rams is a better. Him and Jalen going at it. They've been brewing a little beef. If you've been seeing, I guess during the Pro Bowl, you know how they did the Pro Bowl online that they were talking back and forth about each other, and then they were talking about one of them said something along the lines talking about one of them said something. Not one of them. D Hop said something like, "Oh, like he can't guard me" or something like that, or somewhere along those lines. And then Jalen Ramsey said something like, "Well, they don't throw the ball to that side of the field when I'm over there." Something like that. So they've been going back at it. And if you know that they were in the same divisions when he was in the Texans, people were making a joke that D Hop is following Jalen Ramsey. Like, boy, you ain't getting away from me. You try to go to LA. So that's why he went to Arizona. That's why Arizona was one of the places he wanted to go to. So he can come
their
back and see him.
matchup is real good too. Every time that they play, their matchups is really, really good.
It's number 1 receiver and arguably the best corner in the league.
Hold on. Number 1 receiver, arguably the number.
Arguably, yeah. I don't know if you could put anybody over the year that Devontae Adams just had.
That is true. Diggs had a good year.
Diggs too. That's what I'm saying. Arguably,
had a good year.
The best receiver.
I feel like that top receiver, the number 1 changes, but like the top, like.
Well, I feel like let's be real. If you talk to any receiver in the game, they're all unanimously. They all mention one guy.
Wait, who?
Julio, the one that might be leaving Atlanta. Free agent on the chopping block.
Why do you have to say all that?
Because you're going to say something smart about him being on the Falcons. So before you can even get to him being on the Falcons, I'm going to hit you with that low blow.
See how you want to
That's how you do it. If you talk sports with somebody, to all the people who talk sports and don't really know how to talk sports, what you do is when you're talking sports with somebody is you find out who their favorite player is. And then after you find out who their favorite player is, if their favorite player is on their favorite team, if anytime you can hit them with a weakness, you hit them. Because then it's hard for them to be able to say anything. Because anytime they try to revert back to that player, you just hit them with that jab again. It's like a quick. What's the most effective punch in boxing? The jab. You don't need a haymaker. I'll jab you to death, boy.
Haymakers, you trying to get that one.
Also, man, talking about sports, man. So were there any games you're excited about?
I'm just excited for. I'm excited for D Hop being able to play the Texans because I hope he really goes to work on them. I hope he has a big game. Other than that, I'm excited for when we play the Cowboys, mainly because of how last year went.
Okay.
And then also because I'm going to try and go to that Cowboys game. It's in Dallas.
So you're gonna try to get to Dallas?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to Dallas. I got obviously, we got a lot of Cowboy fans as well, or Cowboy friends as well.
Hey man, I wouldn't. Let me know.
What?
Let me know.
You trying to go too?
Let me know. Shoot, I feel like if we do that,
I'm about it. I'm about it.
Just let me know. I'll let you know when I know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So there's that one, and then the Falcons play the Niners, and whenever they come to Cali, we always win. So,
okay.
Well, I would say every time I go to the game, we win.
Okay.
And I've been to 2.
Hey, Niner fans, y'all better get at this man. Niner Empire. Is that what they call him?
You should have saw when I was at the game last time. last time when I was at the game, bro, I was going crazy because we were down 10 points and they were talking all this trash
Oh, that was
to
when
us
Julio hadn't caught a touchdown in a while, and he caught one of the ones at the
to
end.
win the game,
Yep.
bro. To win the game.
I
don't know
remember
why
that.
you had to say all that. You could just say you caught the game winner. But yeah,
Okay.
that's when he caught the game winner. But we're not gonna do. We already digging too much
Let's
into football.
go into the other side of sports, man. The last part of sports.
Basketball.
So, yeah, man. Let's be honest. We were talking about the schedule, and before yesterday, I was like, "What are we even going to talk about? Like the playing games for? Like it don't even matter." Because
why didn't it matter?
Because if the Blazers would have lost, we wouldn't even be playing in this playing game. We'd have been the 6th seed,
Right.
but they ended up winning. So now the Lakers are playing the Warriors. We don't even need to talk about any of the other playing games because they don't matter. This is the only game that matters because the champions are probably playing in it.
I bet my
The ones who are going to win the whole thing are probably playing in it.
I bet my coworker, they play Wednesday too, Warriors Lakers. I bet my coworker breakfast burritos for the whole office.
How many breakfast burritos is that?
Like 40 people, 35, 40.
So it's a couple $100 order.
Yeah, so they better win. They better win because I was confident.
Want me to see if I can set up a place that
make them for cheap.
Well, not make it for cheap. Just you might have to hit a place up and let them know we need 40 breakfast burritos.
I don't plan on getting any.
No, so that ain't nothing for you to worry about.
I shouldn't have to worry about it. I'm not worrying about it.
You're right. I don't anticipate us losing to the Warriors either.
Okay, so that's crazy. The Warrior fans really silent.
Ain't got nothing to say.
So we both picking the Warriors. I mean, both picking the Warriors. We're both picking the Lakers. That's the Thursday night game. The other Thursday game is Spurs and Grizzlies. Who you having that one? Why you looking at me like that?
Who you got? I got Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say.
Think about it.
I got John Morant. Yeah, I'm rocking with John.
It's not the same Spurs, but I'm not gonna count Pop out.
I was just gonna say that, especially if he's the one. He only has to win one game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go with Pop,
just because to be on the other side of me.
Well, this is a good game for me to be on the other side of because the Warriors Lakers. No, I'm not gonna go with the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what Steph Curry does.
I'm thinking about talent wise. Who's the best? Who's gonna be the best player on the court that day?
John Morant by far.
And that's who I'm gonna go with.
Okay. So Wednesday games you have Hornets versus the Pacers. Who you having that one? You believe in Melo?
I'm gonna go with LaMelo Ball.
Okay, I'm rocking with LaMelo too. I'm actually real happy for him. Real happy for him.
Yeah, me too.
Because at first they said his season was
Shout
over.
out to LeVar.
Hey, right. Last game on Wednesday is the Wizards and Celtics, bro. That one's hard because I really like Celtics.
When the Celtics had Jaylen Brown, I felt like it would have been an easy pick.
Is he out for the season?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, that definitely sucks.
If Russ,
I was gonna say Mr. Triple Double.
Hey man, there's nobody in the NBA that plays harder dribble to dribble than him, and I feel like it's hard to count him out, especially in a game like that. It's not oversighted. I don't know. It could go either way. Okay. Jason Tatum's going to be the best player on the floor that night.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree.
Bradley Beal's probably 2, but then Westbrook's 3.
So who you going with then?
I think I'm gonna pick the Wizards.
You gonna pick the Wizards?
Yeah, just because I felt like you were going Celtics.
No. I'm actually going with Wizards because for what Bradley Beal's going through, and then what Russell Westbrook's been doing.
Russell. You said it with a W.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Waffle.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh.
So everything that he's going through, leaving the Rockets, stuff like that, and then getting the triple-double crown. I really hope they get this win, mainly because Celtics, they're not constructed right now to be in the playoffs and making a run. So I'm definitely going to go with the Wizards. I want them to, they've been kind of hot, so I'm going to go with the hot hand. Other basketball news, though. Did you see the Hall of Fame?
Look, I didn't see the whole thing. I did catch the video of Vanessa Bryant's speech, beautiful speech that she gave out for Kobe. As if you know me, Kobe's my favorite player. Happy he got put into the Hall of Fame. Watch going off. Happy he got put into the Hall of Fame. I mean, we all knew it was expected. Mm-hmm. They said like his first, Marquise was telling me, after his first 8 years in the league, he was 99.9% chance of making it. And then they did like his last 9 years, he was still a 99.9% chance.
I'm making it
into Hall of Fame. Kobe?
How do you?
Because he was already back then. By his 9th year, they had already. I'm pretty sure they had already went 3-peat by then.
How do you even like calculate that? Like,
because he just was transcending. You could just tell. Think about it. Like there's players you can already like you could tell like early on once it like 5-6 years into the league you could be like, oh, that boy is about to be he's about to be there. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Giannis, you think he's gonna be a Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
He's not
Yeah.
that far into. That's your watch.
Oh, that's we got all these watches me, and I'm over looking at
Right?
you like.
Yeah, Giannis is like you said. You could just tell
Mhm.
he hasn't. What has he done besides win MVP?
That's true. He won 2 of them though.
I know, but I'm saying like you could just tell though. Certain players like when you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? What do they call it? The it factor.
Hey, he got that it factor.
Yeah,
about
just
him.
like with this podcast stuff, we got that it factor. Oh man,
Okay.
just like Cole said, man, you gotta remind them people that you do what you do, and let them know that you do what you do the way you do it because you're that dude.
Talk that talk.
I'm talking that talk.
Talk that talk.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that dude. I do what I do, and that's why I do what I do, and I'm that dude. But you know what I mean? And at the highest level, not a high level, at the highest level.
You is that dude.
All right, man.
You is
What
that
up?
dude.
Look, man. What else? I see you got
what?
one more thing on there in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, because other than Kobe that got inducted.
Oh, the two other ones, the big ticket,
and Tim
and
Duncan,
then
Mr. Fundamentals.
that's what I. And who do I always compare J. Cole to?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. He's the Tim Duncan of rap. Consistent. He's consistent. He's gonna do what he's got to do. You know what I mean? Bars are gonna be there.
He's not fancy. Or
Not
anything like
fancy.
that.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be constructed right from top to bottom. The whole album. He's not flashy. He still wins rings, and people forget like he's not. People forget Tim Duncan was a dog and top 3 at his position all time.
He's the MVP, right?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure.
Tim? Yeah, so look that up. Tell me if I believe Tim's won the MVP.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I was gonna say
the big
yeah.
fundamental.
I'm pretty sure he won an MVP before.
Last question, man. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Weeks ago, we were talking about relationships, and we were talking about my relationship, but we didn't dive into you.
Ooh, what about me?
X, you're single. X, why are you single?
Sir.
Yeah. Why are you single like a dollar bill?
Why am I single like the dollar bill?
Hold on. Before we get into that, he's won 2 MVPs.
Tim
Duncan, 2-time MVP.
On
Two
him.
ties.
See?
There we go.
It wasn't back to back though.
No.
Why am I single like the dollar bill? Because for one, I ain't got that much money. No, I'm just playing. Why am I single? I know this is kind of like what is the saying, like the old cliche. I'm working on myself. Now, when I say I'm working on myself, it's because I also have trust issues. I have a lot of trust issues.
Trust issues.
Yeah, no, really. Because obviously, we've everybody's gone through a lot. I've just been hurt by a lot of people who are real close to me and things like that. And I realized, like, when they hurt me, like they hurt me bad to where I didn't really heal from it. I was still trying to heal from it. And when I would be in a relationship, after being out, like once the relationship's over with, that's when I realized I shouldn't have been in the relationship, mainly because how I said I needed to do healing and stuff like that. I kind of feel having that person there, I was kind of, I don't want to say using them, but they're more so there to kind of help me get through it. But then because I wasn't healed from it, or because I didn't heal from it, the littlest things will like make me snap. So like I probably wouldn't even really be mad at you, but something like earlier today could probably like make me mad or whatever. And like say I don't like the way you're chewing, boom, it'll just easily make me snap. So that's when I kind of realized like I got to do healing on my own. So and when it comes to being in a relationship, I realize when I'm in one as well, I tend to get attached. And I don't like getting too attached because I get real involved in that person and I start to forget who I am. To where like I don't even know like what I like to do, but I know everything that you like to do though. So I would probably just say that. That's probably like one of the reasons why I'm mainly single, because I need to mainly just heal. So since being in, I would say like my last relationship, probably about a year ago, that's all I mainly be doing, just doing healing. Just been doing a lot of self healing.
I commend you for being able to acknowledge your traumas and knowing that they need to be addressed before you can try to attach yourself to somebody else. Not attach yourself to somebody else, but be with somebody else. I feel like people, male and female, had the mistake of just trying to go back and hop in and in. Mm-hmm. So,
and don't get me wrong, like I know everybody has shit going on, but like my thing is too, if you have shit going on, I would try to really help you get through your shit, although I had my shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realize is I don't have nobody trying to help me get through my shit.
Okay.
And that's where I feel like I'm leaning on you for that, and that's not really fair to you either.
Right.
Though. So
Well, the good thing is now I feel like for you, you're not gonna. I feel like now you kind of know what you want, and you're not gonna compromise. There's certain things that you know that you want, and you're not gonna compromise. So how about you say, hey, you'll be all right.
And it's hard. Hey, I'm not gonna lie either, bro. It's hard trying to find love too, especially with like how everything is nowadays.
Hey, listen, man. If you're out there trying to find love, it's hard to just find it. If you're looking for it, after you get to a certain age, yes, I get it. You know, you do need to find love, or what you need to do is find a partner.
You shouldn't put a timetable on it.
But
I feel like that's where
no. But the term, what I'm getting to is the term isn't find love. It's not walk into love. It's the term is falling in love. When it happens, it happens. You won't be able to control it. Speaking to somebody who is in love with somebody who fell in love, didn't see it going that way. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like, hey, this is the perfect way to end the show, man. If you out there, man, and you love somebody, shoot your shot. Oh, no, actually, before that, damn, I tried to end the episode. You see, I tried to end the episode. Stupid thing is, we thought this shit wasn't going to go to, we wasn't going to have a long episode. Look, you see what the time at? We going to hit it anyway. Maybe because I'm good at that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure did.
Earlier, man, we had we have discussions, like I've said, and we went back and forth this week about something about the podcast, which I don't have an issue with that because that at least shows, at least in my eyes, that we both care, especially care enough to where we want things to be a certain way because we see a vision with this.
Right.
But I know what we've noticed is a lot of times our tone through text messages can be read. And I know sometimes people get offended. So if you're in there getting offended by somebody while you're texting them, what I got to say to you and from advice from us, call them. Because then that way you can get their tone. And sometimes things don't come off the wrong way. And it's better for you to lose a conversation, to lose a friend or somebody that you care about. So before you do that, set your pride aside. If you always got to be the bigger person, that's fine. That shows growth in you. So call them if you really care about it, man. Make sure you call that person, especially when the conversation's getting heated, the messages start getting long, and things start getting personal, especially when it's not a personal conversation. So that's one thing I do. I commend, me and you are able to go back and forth and not really get too upset, and especially when it is, you told me, I'm done talking to you. I'm protecting my peace. Yep. I'll talk to you when you're not in your feelings. And then that got me in my feelings because then I was like, I'm not even in my feelings. And then you see, and I'm the type of person, like, I'm a double text and triple text because I don't know how to let things go. And then as I said something, after I said something, I thought about it and I felt like I need to get that off too. So I'm and this, and this, and that.
And that's why
and don't forget this.
I don't want to do this back and forth. I was like, I don't know what you're upset about this, but I was like, one thing I'm trying to do is protect my peace. And this right here is going to make us start arguing and I'm going to get all upset for no reason.
Yeah.
I was like, and we won't even have a show tomorrow.
Yeah, and then I'm like, so what? So what, you go just cancel the show? That's what I'm thinking. And and then he talking about you, man. I'm like, hey, man, I'm on the beach.
I'm be in the other room. Y'all can shoot.
Right?
I'm just gonna be listening in, watching y'all on the YouTube.
Man. But man, yeah, man. If you out there, man, make sure you tell somebody. If you out there and you see somebody that you think you love, shoot your shot, man, because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Even those people that you do have, family and friends, let them know that you love them as well.
You hear what I said? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you like somebody, shoot your shot.
Facts.
Slide in the DMs.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Swipe up on their story on Snapchat and say, what's happening?
Hey, real quick. So last thing to end on about the being single. Now, so that was before, as far as like my healing and everything and stuff like that. I feel more so now I'm not able to give that energy and like that effort into a relationship right now. Like,
you gotta find somebody worth it.
Yes. And because before, like how I said, when I was losing myself, because I was giving all that effort, because I was really trying to make a relationship work. A lot of things that I've noticed now with relationships, it's effort. A lot of us don't feel like trying, let alone, it's like I told you, us seeing that we can easily just go to somebody else, like our inbox, DMs, everything like that. We don't feel like it's really worth, like, if we have a disagreement, it's not even worth like getting into an argument, trying to actually work it out and stuff like that. So I'll definitely say that about me being single.
Hey, man, you know what you're doing, though.
I like to think I am. I like to think
Hey, like I said earlier in the episode, man, we learning this shit together, man.
Hey, there you go. I like that.
Hey, if you hear, man, make sure you share this with somebody. Share it with your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, your sister, your boss at work. Even share it with the dude or the girl that you don't like at work that get on your damn nerves.
Follow us on Instagram, all_everything podcast. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. That's my boy behind the controls. His mama call him Derek. We call him D Gibb.
Y'all have a good night.
Get this shirt.
Still available.
$20, baby.
Still available.
Oh, and my co-host Duce.